Chosen one. Take a deep breath. Because the fact that you are here, right now, watching this message, is not random. You've been sensing something lately, haven't you? Not fear. Not confusion. But a strange pressure in your spirit, like something is about to break open. Like the world is shifting. Like your life is turning. Like your story is about to change direction. And you've been asking God questions that you don't even say out loud. God, what is happening to me? Why do I feel different? Why do people feel distant? Why am I being pushed into isolation? Why is my heart heavy but my spirit strong? Chosen one. God says today, I waited for this exact moment to tell you everything. Not some things. Not pieces. Not hints. Everything. Because you've reached the end of a cycle. And the beginning of something that only the chosen will survive. So if you feel like your old life is dying, your old mindset is dissolving, your old relationships don't fit anymore, that's not depression. That's transition. That's alignment. That's heaven preparing you for the next chapter. Stay with me. Because what God is about to reveal in this video will explain your entire life. Chosen one. You've been waiting for a loud voice. A miracle. A dramatic sign. A thunderbolt moment. But God says, I've been speaking to you every day, through what I removed. Because sometimes God's loudest messages are not what He gives. They are what He takes. He took the friends you thought would be lifelong. He took the relationship you thought would last forever. He took the version of you that tolerated disrespect. He took the comfort zone that was keeping you spiritually asleep. And it hurt. Because it wasn't just loss. It was identity pain. You were grieving a version of your life you thought you would live. But God says, I didn't remove them to punish you. I removed them to protect your destiny. Chosen one. Some people were never meant to walk into your next season. They were assigned to your old chapter. And God had to separate you, because your next level requires different energy, different discipline, and different spiritual strength. Let's speak the truth. There were seasons you smiled on the outside, but something was breaking on the inside. You would laugh with people, but you'd feel empty when you got home. You would keep showing up, but your soul felt tired. You would pray, but sometimes it felt like heaven was silent. Chosen one, the reason is simple. You were outgrowing your old spiritual skin, just like a snake sheds. Just like a butterfly breaks out. Your spirit was shedding what you used to be, and shedding feels like death. Because your old life doesn't leave politely. Your old mindset doesn't disappear quietly. It fights. It pulls you back. It whispers doubt. It tries to convince you to return to comfort. But God says, the discomfort you felt was the sound of your destiny breaking through. That's why you couldn't settle. That's why you couldn't stay entertained. That's why you couldn't stay the same. Your spirit is too big for small living. Chosen one. I need you to hear this. Some people leaving you was not an accident. It was not just betrayal. It was not just confusion. It was not just, they changed. It was God's permission. Because there are certain destinies that cannot be fulfilled while you're emotionally attached to people who don't understand your calling. Some people were holding you with their jealousy, their expectations, their limitations, their laziness, their hidden envy, their comfort addiction. And God says, I had to break the attachment because I'm about to elevate you. Chosen one. Sometimes God removes people because if He didn't, they would destroy your next season. Not always intentionally, but energetically. They would drain you, delay you, distract you, keep you doubting. So God let them exit. Because you are entering a chapter where you cannot afford spiritual leakage. This is not rejection. This is protection. People are choosing to watch this video on YouTube more often than your other videos, but they aren't watching as long. Make sure your title and thumbnail represent your video's content so viewers know what to expect. Chosen one, this is one of the clearest signs. You try to go back to old habits, old entertainment, old conversations, old people. But it doesn't hit the same. It feels empty. Like eating something that used to taste good, but now has no flavor. And here's why. Your spirit has matured. What used to excite you was for the old version of you. But now that you are shifting, your appetite is changing. God is literally rewiring your desires so you can't stay addicted to distractions. Because your destiny is too big to stay entertained by small things. You're not antisocial. You're not cold. You're not boring. You're not weird. You are called. And when God transitions a chosen one, He separates them, not to punish them, but to prepare them. Because solitude is where the upgrade happens. Solitude is where your mind becomes quiet, your discernment becomes sharp, your wounds start healing, your spirit starts hearing, your identity becomes clear. You are not alone because you failed socially. You are alone because God is rebuilding you privately. Chosen one, this one hurts. There are people you used to be comfortable around, but now, being around them feels heavy. Not because they changed, but because you did. Your frequency elevated. And now, energy that once felt normal feels draining. You begin noticing their jealousy and jokes, their negativity and advice, their hidden competition in conversations, their lack of support when you shine, their discomfort when you speak about purpose. And it confuses you because you're thinking, why can't I connect like before? Because you are transitioning from familiarity to destiny. And not everyone can follow you there. This is a weird combination, isn't it? You might feel tired emotionally, drained mentally, sensitive spiritually, quiet socially, but deeply aware inside. It's like your emotions are exhausted, but your spirit is awakening. That's transition. Because God is detoxing you from everything that poisoned you in the past. You are processing grief, releasing attachments, healing wounds. But at the same time, something powerful is rising. Your spiritual backbone. You are not breaking. You are birthing. Chosen one. In divine transition, God upgrades your discernment. Suddenly you can sense who is real, who is fake, who is jealous, who is sent, who is assigned to distract you, who is secretly praying for your downfall. And here's what's wild. You don't even need proof anymore. You just know. You feel it in the air. You see it in their eyes. You hear it in their tone. You detect it in their energy. This is not paranoia. This is prophetic sensitivity. God is sharpening your spirit so you stop trusting what looks good and start trusting what feels true. Chosen one, you used to tolerate too much. You used to over-explain yourself, forgive too easily without boundaries, stay where you were not valued, accept crumbs when you deserved a feast, stay quiet to keep the peace. But now, something in you is saying, never again. You might feel more bold lately, less apologetic, less available, less desperate for acceptance. That's not ego. That's your spirit finally standing up. That's the chosen one in you waking up and saying, I know my worth. Have you noticed it? A sudden urgency. You start thinking about your life differently. You don't want the same routine. You don't want the same circle. You don't want the same mindset. You feel pressure to get serious, improve, build, create, grow, heal, become disciplined, walk in your assignment. And you might not even understand why you feel this push. It's because your destiny is calling you. The spiritual realm is saying, it's time, it's time, it's time. Chosen one. This is a major sign of spiritual maturity. You stop trying to convince people. You stop trying to explain your heart. You stop chasing validation. You stop begging to be understood. Because you realize, those who are meant to understand you will. Those who are meant to support you will. And those who don't, God says, let them go. This is when you stop auditioning for rooms that don't deserve your presence. You may look at your past self and feel like, that's not me anymore. Old desires feel foreign. Old habits feel uncomfortable. Old friendships feel forced. Old versions of you feel like a costume. This is the shedding stage. And shedding is always uncomfortable. Because the old skin will resist leaving, even when it no longer fits. But chosen one, the discomfort is proof you are growing. You are expanding beyond who you used to be. Let me tell you something deep. God often shows you His plan by removing what isn't part of it. So if you've been losing people, losing interest, losing attachments, losing old goals, it's because heaven is cleaning your environment. God is saying, I can't send your blessings into chaos. Your next season requires space. Space in your heart, space in your mind, space in your schedule, space in your relationships. So God is decluttering your life, not to empty you, but to fill you with the right things. Chosen one. Divine transition will confuse people who knew the old you. They'll say, you changed. You're acting different. You're too quiet now. You think you're better now. But they don't understand. You didn't change to impress them. You changed to survive your calling. You changed because your destiny demanded it. You changed because God upgraded you. And when God upgrades the chosen one, the old world starts feeling too small. Chosen one, hear me. You are not lost. You are transitioning. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. You are not breaking down. You are breaking through. You are in the middle of a divine shift. And yes, it's uncomfortable. But it's also sacred. Because on the other side of this transition is the version of you that God has been preparing for years. The healed you, the disciplined you, the powerful you, the wise you, the unstoppable you. And this is why God is separating you. Because your next season is not ordinary. It's destiny. You ever wondered why your path was so hard? Why it felt like you had to fight for everything? Why life didn't flow like it does for others? Because your destiny is heavy. And heavy destinies require strong vessels. Some people receive blessings early, and it destroys them. They get money and lose character. They get fame and lose purpose. They get attention and lose humility. But you, God says, I couldn't release your blessing until your spirit could hold it. So He trained you. In pain, in isolation, in battles, in disappointment. Not because He enjoys your suffering, but because He refuses to let your destiny break you. God was building stability in you, because you're about to receive what you once begged for. And you're going to receive it with wisdom, not ego. Chosen one. Some of your greatest battles were with people who smiled at you. People who hugged you, but competed with you. People who supported you publicly, but doubted you privately. People who acted normal, but secretly wanted to see you fail. Why? Because your energy was exposing them. Your purity irritated their hidden darkness. Your discipline embarrassed their laziness. Your destiny triggered their insecurities. And the reason the enemy fought you so hard was because your assignment threatens their comfort. Chosen one. You're not just called to succeed. You're called to awaken others. And that's why the war against you was intense. The devil doesn't waste warfare on small destinies. Now we go deeper. Chosen one, God waited for this exact moment. Because now you are spiritually mature enough to hear the truth. Your life was never random. Your pain was never meaningless. Your betrayals were never pointless. Everything was training. Because your purpose is this. You are a cycle breaker. You are the one who ends generational curses. You are the one who changes the family story. You are the one who turns trauma into testimony. You are the one who stops repeating patterns. And beyond that, you are a spiritual disruptor. You shift atmospheres. You expose lies. You bring truth. You carry light. Some of you are called to lead. Some are called to teach. Some are called to heal. Some are called to build. Some are called to create. Some are called to speak. But the common thread is this: your life is meant to wake people up. That's why you couldn't fit in. That's why you always felt different. Because you weren't born to blend in. You were born to stand out. Chosen one. That miracle you've been whispering about at night? That breakthrough you've been praying for? God says, it's ready. But here's the twist. The blessing was always ready. You were the one being prepared. Now you're prepared. That's why things are speeding up. That's why your spirit feels urgent. That's why your old life feels uncomfortable. Because your destiny is pulling you. And God is moving faster now because time is being redeemed. The delay is ending. The waiting season is breaking. The almost season is over. And you are about to enter. Suddenly. Chosen one. You're about to notice a shift in how people respond to you. Some will become kinder. Some will become quieter. Some will become weird. Because your spiritual rank is changing. Your aura will feel stronger. Your presence will feel heavier. Your words will carry weight. You will stop begging for respect. Because your energy will command it. And those who once dismissed you will suddenly remember your name. Not because you chased them, but because God elevated you without permission. This is the part that will break you open emotionally. God says, I saw you. When you cried alone, God saw you. When you felt misunderstood, God saw you. When you were tired, God saw you. When you almost gave up, God saw you. When you stayed faithful, God saw you. When you kept going, God saw you. And God says, I never left you in the storm. I was forming you in it. Some of you thought God abandoned you. But He didn't. He was shaping you into someone who could carry power, influence, purpose, authority, abundance, responsibility. Because your destiny isn't small. And now, He wants you to know the truth. Everything you survived qualified you. Nothing was wasted. Not one tear. Not one betrayal. Not one lonely night. Not one prayer. Not one loss. God kept receipts. And now your reward is coming. Chosen one, you can't take the old version of yourself into the next chapter. You must evolve. Because this season will require stronger boundaries, more discipline, deeper faith, less explaining, more obedience, more focus, less distraction. God is not blessing the version of you that doubts itself. God is blessing the version of you that stands up spiritually and says, I'm ready. This next chapter will demand courage. But you have it. Because you didn't survive everything just to stay the same. Chosen one. This is the moment. You're not watching a video. You're receiving a message from heaven. God says, My child, I waited until you were ready. Not until life was easy. Not until everyone supported you. Not until everything made sense. But until your spirit became strong enough to carry what I'm about to reveal. God says, your loneliness was training. Your tears were cleansing. Your delay was preparation. Your confusion was a turning point. Your betrayals were separation. And now, I am releasing you. Releasing you into your calling. Releasing you into your authority. Releasing you into your power. Releasing you into your new season. Chosen one. Your life is about to make sense. The pieces are coming together. The cycle is ending. And heaven is saying, now, I will tell you everything. Chosen one. Place your hand on your chest and speak with power. God, I hear you. I receive your truth. I surrender my fear. I release my past. I step into my purpose. I accept my calling. I am chosen, protected, guided, and elevated. I will not return to what you delivered me from. I will not shrink where you called me to grow. I will not doubt what you already confirmed. From this moment forward, I walk in alignment, confidence, and divine authority. My season has shifted. My destiny is opening, and my life will never be the same. In Jesus' name, amen. Chosen one, if this message hit your spirit, do 3 things right now. Type, "I am ready," in the comments. Like this video to seal the activation. Subscribe because your next season needs your spirit fed daily. And remember this. You weren't delayed. You were being developed. You weren't rejected. You were being protected. You weren't forgotten. You were being prepared. God waited for this exact moment to tell you everything. Chosen one, welcome to your new chapter. Chosen one, before you go, I want to speak to the givers, the ones whose hearts feel called to pour back into the vessel that pours into them. If this message awakened you, if it strengthened you, if it spoke to your spirit in a way only heaven could orchestrate, then I invite you, only if your heart feels led, to sow a $1 seed into this channel. Not because God needs it, but because giving is a spiritual law. A small seed carries big obedience. And God multiplies what is given with pure intention. Your $1 keeps this ministry alive, keeps the messages flowing, and helps this word reach the next chosen one who needs it. If you feel that nudge in your spirit, if you feel that gentle pull, you can plant your $1 seed using the link in the description. And if you can't or don't feel led, you are still loved, still seen, and still covered. Blessings to every giver, and blessings to every listener. Your seed moves heaven in ways you may never see. But God sees it all.